Hi there, Aries. Love the light to y'all here. Welcome, welcome. We're here for you, Aries. Oh, Aries. It's your Jupiter retrograde. Ain't nothing retrograde about this attraction, though. Let me tell you that. Okay, Aries. All right. I'm just saying there is like a lot. Something is unfolding. You're almost like thawing out. That's kind of a feeling I'm getting. I'm seeing a USPS truck rolling by here. Remember, there's something that like you're even realizing. I'm hearing you want to communicate. You're really also stimulated by. For a number of you, you feel wow, it's very exciting. I'm seeing this huge truck rolling by. It says Omni Ride. So for a number of you, there's a community, even a message that I'm hearing, and you want to deliver. You'd like to deliver to a certain audience, and you're getting very clear on that. For a number of you, it has to do with the marketing, even of your craft. Now, let's jump into it. For a number of you, could even be a performer, and you're getting really, really clear on how you see yourself kind of relating to your audience in a certain way, especially visually. Now, dear Aquarius, I'm here also Virgo. Dear Aries, I'm here Pisces as well, real strong. Ooh, Son of Cups. I'm hearing that's special. I'm hearing that. Okay, all right, fine. For a number of you, you're like in love, or someone's in love with you. Oh, big time. It's like head over heels, baby. Someone is like, and I was getting this energy. This was meditating your energy for a turn on the camera. Dear Aries, of all. I put the cards together as Temperance looking at the Son of Cups. It's just like when. It's just like when. I know that I want it, but when. Okay, Ten of Swords at the base of the Temperance card. Is the Cups at the base of the Son of Cups. This is somebody who even like is waiting to like make their way towards you. This is something that someone has been even practicing. Now, let's get ready to carry it out finally. Let's see when this will all unfold for you, dear Aries. This is the Jupiter retrograde reading. It actually already went retrograde in the pre-shadow period on the 18th of February, 2020. We then move into officially retrograde of Jupiter on the 14th of May, which is today. And then we move into the direct period of Jupiter on the 12th of September, but there is still that post-shadow period of the retrograde of Jupiter, and that will end on the 8th of December. So let's jump into it and see what comes through here for you, Aries. If this is going by quickly, you can slow it down by clicking the 3 little dots at the base of the reading. Yes, it is a tarot reading, but I'm channeling as well. Let's get into Pisces coming through. All right, Hangman upright. For a number of you, this is in February. We're going to pull 2 cards for each of the months. In the beginning of February, the first half, you got the Hangman. I'm hearing you're having an activation. There's something that you are... I'm hearing like something is happening. You're like... I'm almost seeing somebody who's like, they feel like they're awakening in some way, they're thawing out, they're having an activation. I'm hearing that again. For a number of you, you could actually have a lot of Pisces in your chart that's activating in some kind of way. Possibly around that part of February, in the beginning sort of stages of February, in the beginning part of that month, there was something that became really obvious to you. I'm even seeing that this has to do with the dream or a vision that you had. It has to do with even your creative sort of idealism. I'm hearing idealistic sort of propensities. And, you know, we are talking about Pisces here with Jupiter, even Sagittarius. We're talking about, right, the ruler of those 2 signs. So there is perhaps a focus on, you know, you getting in touch with that part of your chart that is related to Pisces and also Sagittarius. You might be feeling like, wow, I feel like I'm really unfolding in this area of my life when it comes to this ability of mine to also intuit, to feel, also to captivate my own imagination. Now let's get into it. The Hangman. For a number of you also, like, this is somebody who you know, and it is you feel like you have a very strong connection. I'm hearing with this person, there was something that became really, I'm seeing like a long path that leads to this person. I'm hearing also this place, maybe even this home, this space. It's something that perhaps you feel very, very connected, very much connected to. It is something that perhaps you feel that you're very much attracted to as well. There's a lot of passion here when it comes to this space. I'm seeing like a red, I'm seeing the color red leading to the Hangman, like almost like a path, like a yellow brick road, but it's like a red brick road. I'm hearing that as well. Now for a number of this is something possibly that you've, it's an idea that you have. I'm hearing that as well, or something that you feel like, again, very much eager to carry out. Now, or even to join in some way. The Seven of Pentacles coming through, following with the Hangman. All right, we had to wait on that. I'm hearing there's something that we felt like it just wasn't time yet. Now, you then lead into April. I'm hearing someone's like, wait, what? Hold on, wait, what? I'm hearing scratch record. Something was really weird. I'm hearing awkward. It's like something about like the schedule, the time, the parallel universes. Like something was not lined up. I don't know what that's linked to. It's so weird. Aries. I'm seeing like parallel universes that are like somehow like, I don't know, it's like antenna that are like kind of crooked. I don't know what that's. Let's clear that. The Red Cup's coming through. Something was just like, oh, I can't wait for this to be over. Sort of feeling. That was in March, beginning of March, second part of March. Then you then step into I'm hearing the letter that you write them. This is in the month of April, the beginning of April. You got the 3 of Cups, or something that maybe even you stepped out of a certain space of, and I'm almost seeing somebody kind of like becoming more anonymous in a certain way, within a certain space. We then move into the Mother of Wands and the 8 of Swords in the second part of April. So wherever we were sore, yeah, no. Okay, we don't play that game. I'm hearing that specifically. We don't talk about stories that also don't, give us like good dreams at night. I'm hearing and bid us farewell with the nightmares. We don't want that. Two of Swords up right in the first part of May. Justice up right. For you in May, you're making a big decision. It's like, yeah, May means day. What day are we making the decision on as well? I'm hearing we are coming down to it. Ooh, the star, Aries. Somebody's in love with you. No, let me tell you again. So, no. Let me put the freaking. Let's close the curtains. All right, close the door. It's you and me in this room, Aries, right? I'm hearing me and you. This is the promise. I'm hearing that they made themselves. I'm hearing that specifically with the hangman and the star. They're freaking in love with you. Pisces. I'm hearing Pisces, Aries. Somebody's like, they think of you. I'm hearing no matter what. I'm hearing that with the mother ones as well. Someone's got a lot of fire in their chart. They could have a lot of Sagittarius, even Scorpio. I'm hearing as well. This is someone who is like, they live with passion. They don't just love, like, every flower that they see. I'm hearing as well. I don't know what that's only to. Like, they have certain colors that captivate them, and they're very careful with who it is that they lay their eyes on. This could be your own sort of, also, I'm seeing the color purple very strongly. I'm seeing purple flowers. Now, it's like, this could be also your ability. I'm hearing to magnetize, and you realize, like, I create my future, and I want to be very careful with where I also give of myself, my attention, my assets. Now, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Wow. Okay, for now, this is you and your audience, baby. Big time. Ten of Swords. Okay, we'll get to this. In the, this is good. I'm feeling that this is good, Aries. This is actually in the, okay, we have February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Now, what is good and what is necessarily not, right? It's always a matter of personal interpretation and your perspective. Again, if this is going back quickly, you can slow it down by clicking the three little dots at the base of reading. Now, we have here then, September here, right? The Empress with the Ten of Swords, the Son of Swords. I'm seeing this is really, really very exciting. It's like, the feeling of like we're closing the chapter and you're like getting ready to like go on some trip. I'm hearing as well. It's very, very, very exciting. It's like it could be in your mind's eye. Now, for a number you feel like I finished my homework, now I can dream. It's like finish what I need to do, my responsibilities, all that. Now I can actually start to act in the way that I want to. I'm here on the stage of my choosing, my calling, or my passion is now at the forefront. Now you have here the Temperance card leading you out, Aries. I'm seeing like you're like at some carnival, some fair. You're like looking at frogs and like different little trinkets. You're like, which one do I buy? You think I should get that one? What do you think? That one? Woo, in the center of in the center of the cup is the spread. I'm hearing number 7. I don't know what that's only to. There could be a very strong focus on that number for you in June, even in July. The number July, okay, 7. Now, okay, Aries, are you ready? Aries, no. This is not like take one, you're on. Okay, no, cut. No, we gotta do that again. Oh, no, okay, take 2. And you're on. Nope. This is something that you realize you lead with love. That is not a faulty mechanism. I'm hearing of manifesting your dream. Love will always be right. I'm hearing on time and right. I'm hearing the first time that it is actually in the space of creation. I'm hearing with its medium. I'm hearing of choice. Interesting. Like for a number of you, you're like, yeah, there's no way that I could like not create my reality, my dream, because I'm the one dressing up the doll. I'm the one looking at myself in the mirror. I'm the one person that I count on as well in this moment to create that image. I'm hearing perfectly in the way that I feel it, not just in the way that I see it, not just in the way that I perfect it by way of transposing it, but by the way of communicating with it on an emotional level. When I connect with my emotions, when I connect with what it is that I perceive of myself openly, right? What I feel I want to create. When I'm vulnerable with that, that is the moment in which I relay it perfectly. For me, this is a performance, and you realize that when you are vulnerable in the space of performing in a certain way, you almost like unfold in the performative vantage point. I'm hearing of your whole dynamic. I'm hearing your whole performance. I'm hearing all together becomes like real in that moment. I don't know what that's only to. That's don't be talking, take as you will. We split with the Mother of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles. For me, there's a little bit of pressure on the right side of the chest, or the heart chakra specifically. I'm seeing that's related to the Hangman. Some of you, perhaps you're like caught in this space of, well, you could a lot of different people watching. I'm seeing like you could be a performer, right? And it's like, you know that your work kind of is speaking of a space possibly that is sentimental, that is emotional. And then there's like this fire energy. I'm hearing active side to that space. It's like, well, I have to act in the space that I emote within. I have to feel, but then I also have to take action on. So it's really that synthesis space of the receptivity and the expressiveness of what you feel your role is. Now, for a number of you though, in addition, it's like, what I'm getting is that possibly there's a private side to the story, and you're like, where is my public interface to sort of coincide within that, which is private? What is my private persona and my public persona? And for a number of you, it's those lines that overlap a little bit when it comes to your emotional experiences and the space in which you kind of like assert your character. I'm hearing actively. Wow. So now, okay, very important, 3 of Wands reverse. For a number of you, it's about your direction. What is your focus? What is your direction? I'm hearing when it comes to the space of dynamic creation. For a number of you, it's like, I'm seeing that possibly at times, it's like, if let's say your work involves emotion, it's like, how does the emotion make me feel like I'm in a certain space that is stagnant? How is it that I am able to diffuse that? I'm hearing emotional space so that I can actively address it in a way that actually serves me and those around me. Now, for a number of you, this comes down to your clarification of what you're feeling. I'm hearing at any given time of what it is that you feel your potential speaks to. Now, you have the Hierophant as well, splitting for the devil. This comes through in September, and I'm getting, we'll jump into this extended. You can access that via link in the bio box below. We'll get further into these energies, but and more in depth. But there is something possibly that you feel you're almost like unfolding, you're uncovering, you're becoming really aware of in the physical third dimension. This is something that possibly you had an idea of. It was in the beginning here of the stage of the Jupiter retrograde period, in February especially, that really begins to materialize and manifest in the third dimension, possibly even professionally, publicly, possibly in the month of September. And it's interesting because what I'm seeing is that it was something that you felt you need to really be very, very, very patient with. Like, you felt like you needed to be very gentle with as well, like your time. And it wasn't something that you felt possibly you needed to rush. Now, in here, you got the Ten of Swords, and it's August, you got the Ten of Swords, the Death card, and the Empress. Yes, that's right. February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, August, you got the Death card here. This is a card of Scorpio, Ten of Swords upright, Empress reverse. This is something that possibly you felt like, well, I'm feeling my way through the process, but it's actually, it comes down to what it is that I sort of, I embody the image of, and that becomes a spectrum of light that I don't just learn about, that I don't just prepare, and I'm saying there's this alleviation of the feeling of like, I need to plan this perfectly, I need to make it like just right, I need to like present it in a certain way. I'm saying at a certain point, Aries, it all becomes about what you're feeling in the moment in which you are creating and communicating that message with your audience of your truth, of what you feel. So this is it could be with you as well. You could be your audience, right? It's like, I sing for myself. Maybe you're a performer and you are, again, your audience in that moment. It's like at a certain point, possibly, you find that you're comfortable in the space of communicating, okay, about even certain abilities of yours in a way that I'm hearing you're actively addressing even in a public way down the line. Wow. So once again, for me, this is something private that you're experiencing, and you almost feel like you're unfolding this very private side even of your nature, like in a really public way, perhaps even eventually. So we're gonna jump into the extended. We'll see how these energies unfold potentially into December and even January. Love and light to you. Thank you for tuning in, Aries, and you can access that by clicking the link in the bio box below. And I'll see you there. Remember, it's always a matter of personal interpretation.